Anyway, it's disturbing that we're getting so much joy from that song. It's such a disturbing part of the movie.
Oh man. I called my mom yesterday and she was jamming out to Prince.
Aw, your mom, that
Like
sounds adorable.
my mom's so cool.
Welcome back to the TV Time Machine podcast. Most memorable villains episode. 10 episodes deep, Adam, since February.
Yep. Episode
Pre-production
10.
pre-production for the next feature. I gotta say something, and this is I've just gotta say, there's been a couple of little snide remarks from so-called people in my film circle about keeping things close to the chest, as opposed to like, obviously, I used to have a terrible habit of like getting pumped on a project, getting super far in, even starting projects, and then it never comes to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was thinking about it. That shit happens all the time, even with huge projects that have tons of money behind it.
Yeah.
They don't pan out. And what
Yeah,
gets you?
who's the Manchester by the Sea director?
I'm not sure.
He did a film with some Oscar winner
Never happened.
and it was in editing hell for like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, that's
It like there was like 4 different versions of the movie, like, and then I don't think it ever came out.
Yeah. What I'm gonna say is, be supportive of your friends. Don't remind them of what didn't happen. Focus on the things that did happen. Focus on the little contents they're making every day and praise that. And don't be like, oh man, your last feature film. I'm very aware my last feature film didn't happen yet. It's still on I don't know how many hard drives, but I did have the experience of going to LA and shoot. I did have the experience of rounding up a ton of really good extras, and it's all in the timing. So I'm super excited about our next project. We'll be balanced with how we roll this out because you want to keep things close to the chest. You don't want to, you know what, like, just fucking,
No.
if you're not doing anything or contributing to society, shut your mouth. It's really easy. Really easy. My friend sent me a meme.
Yeah.
My friend sent me a meme of a guy doing this and it said, shh, let people enjoy things. Because at the end of the day, if people are able to enjoy things and they're happy, you don't need to be on the sidelines making any commentary. Ask how you can help. Maybe you have a location they could use.
Yeah.
But be very careful about.
Yeah, maybe it's just from a place of jealousy.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Or a place of, I don't know where it's from. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm excited that we have an hour out of our day to create a podcast and talk about television.
Mm-hmm.
And then put it on Spotify where God knows who's listening to it.
Yeah.
Jesus, people, let's remember, like, we have a lot of cool things going for us. So just like maybe do your own shit. Let people, let the artists work, and then the past is the past. This is not 2013, it's 2021.
And art begets art. Like,
exactly.
No matter what you're making, if you're making stuff all the time, then you're making stuff all the time, and then you just have more energy to make stuff.
Exactly. Anyway, rant over. Oh, what was that?
Somebody dropped the glass in the kitchen.
So we have about 20 minutes. Let's talk about our 5 top most memorable villains of all time. Should we popcorn it or go in order? Let's popcorn it.
You want to go from your least to your favorite?
Yeah, 5 to 1.
Yeah. We'll both do our 5s, and then
maybe we'll do ours, and then maybe 3 sentences as to why, so we don't veer. So go ahead and start with your number 5.
My number 5 is Newman from Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, what a bastard! What a bastard!
Yeah, and he's just a great character too, right? He's very 3-dimensional, but yeah, what
kind of lovable.
But
do we ever find out the origin of him and Jerry's feud? We never do. Something happened that they never talk about.
I don't think we do.
Interesting.
It's just there, right? It's just like ongoing at the point we meet. Seinfeld doesn't explain a lot of things.
No, they don't. They just kind of, it's very tongue-in-cheek and very run and gun.
Yeah. You just have to know from the setups what's going on.
My number 5 is the governor from The Walking Dead. What a piece of shit that guy was, huh? I mean, not only did he kill or responsible for the death of Herschel, I believe, which was one of my favorite characters, but
Mhm.
those series of events led to the death of Beth, Herschel's daughter. And that's when I raged quit The Walking Dead. As much as I love that show, when they killed Beth,
That's when you were done.
I was done. I raged quit. Like, nope. I don't usually do that. I think I did that with Dexter. I rage quit Dexter when they shot um, Torres, when they killed Captain Torres. I was done with that too. All right, you're number 4.
My number 4 is Senator Clay Davis from The Wire.
Oh yeah.
He's the senator who, like, they found out he was getting like these duffel bags of cash, and like
Son of a bitch.
they tried to investigate him. They tried to put a wiretap on him, but he got it shut down.
Cash and doofle bags.
Who was it?
No, cash and doofle bags.
Oh yeah, yeah, cash and duffel
I
bag.
pronounce duffel. Um. Okay, it's my number 4 now, right?
Yes,
Oh, my number 4 is Tony Soprano,
that's a good one.
because not only did he toy with your internal emotions, it made you wonder why you were rooting for someone so horrific. On so many levels, he's such a bastard. But he's kind of got a woozy, fuzzy, kind of gooey center that you kind of want to lay in his arms a little bit. He's a big old massive god of, like, not god, but he's like very powerful.
Yeah.
What about yours?
My number 3 is also a serious bastard. Peter Griffin from Family Guy. That guy is the bad guy of the show. Like, it's
Oh,
centered around him, but he's such an asshole to his wife, to his kids, to his dog, to everybody, his friends. Like,
narcissist
all
as
he
well.
can, yeah, yes, yeah, he's a narcissist and a serious one. And it was funny when I didn't have kids. But once I started having kids and stuff, I was just like, I don't like this guy. This guy's a dick.
Yeah,
He like Walter Whited himself.
he totally did. He was never someone that's really, you're right. I don't really like Peter. I never really have.
No, he's not lovable. He's lovable for like 5 seconds. And then the longer you watch him, the more he's just like, he does horrible things. Like, doesn't he sell Meg at some point or something like that?
He gets,
He
yeah.
does.
He does awful things. He's into all kinds of illegal activities.
Yeah,
He's a glutton.
yeah. But
He's
he's just like, yeah, he's so abusive towards his family. He's
Yeah,
so abusive towards his family.
yeah. Wow, I never thought about that.
I feel like it's like a metaphor that like the American dad is just an abusive,
Prick who's never
yeah,
around.
an abusive bastard. Like,
His kids are all fucked up. God damn, dude, that's a really good insight. My number 3 are the Cylons from every concoction of Battlestar Galactica. So the Cylons in the remake, that I forgot his name, Roger Moore did, or Robert Moore, Roger D. Moore, and the really romantic ones from the 1970s. They're just like, just take like not so smart robots that are just bloodthirsty
mhm.
and merciless, but they also think that they're hot shit. They're more of a fear factor, like, you know, larger than life in the original, and in the remake they're more human like. But both concoctions are so full of themselves. Not
Mm.
to mention bloodthirsty. That's a deadly combination, Adam. Deadly. What's your number 2?
Yeah, I need to dive into that show.
Oh my god, it is so good shit.
My number 2 is Wyndham Earl from Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah.
Wyndham Earl was the one who played games with people. He was like, you know, he was the quintessential like serial killer,
Hmm.
like sending letters to to the cops and stuff like that, which is like Jack the Ripper did that, and
Zodiac.
who else did that? Did Dahmer do that?
Zodiac Killer did that.
Zodiac Killer did that, yeah. But there was somebody else too. But he's like a combination of a bunch of different serial killers. And what is that actor? I can't think of his name, but he just plays him so
What's the
well.
name of that character? We'll look it up.
Um, Wyndham Earl.
Question: does the Twin Peaks remake or sequel continue when the last one left off?
So not where it left off, but where it shows where the characters have gone in the 20 years since.
Wyndham Earl, played by Kenneth Welsh.
Kenneth Welsh.
He
Yeah.
he died on March 26, 1989. Wow.
Yeah, he was not part of, obviously. But they didn't. So Frank Silva was also, well, let's do your number two and then.
Yeah, number two is King Joffrey uh, from Game of Thrones. So just take so all the Game of Thrones purists are going to hate me if I don't get this right. So I wanna appease them because you never know who we might run into. I don't want to get any details wrong because they'll have me slayed like I can't even remember the names at this point. But he was a compelling bad guy. He the boy king who bedeviled House Stark was a living embodiment of George R. R. Martin's furious fantasy revisionism. If you're a rich man with a good family name, you can get away with literally anything. So in this case, he is the inbred bastard child of his mom and her brother. So that's kind of alluded to why he's so psychotic.
Mhm.
But this little guy, uh,
And nepotism.
in his case, yeah, in his case, this included torture, murder, sexual assault, the beheading of the show's main character in the pilot,
Oh, yes.
uh,
Yeah, I remember that.
and generally being a sneering little
That's
shit.
the only episode I've seen. I've seen it twice.
And when him and actually the actor Jack Gleason did a whole essay on celebrity, and when the show was canceled, he left Hollywood.
Yeah, wasn't that his first role also?
First and last, yeah. I think
Yeah.
he did some things as a child, but he was not impressed with the fans, not impressed with Hollywood, left.
Mhm.
But I will say him and Peter Dinklage's scenes together are the stuff of magic. And this little fuck, his character gets it in the worst way. Oh, it's so amazing. Anyway, you're number one.
My number one is Bob / Leland Palmer from Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, Bob. Bob
So
is the alien, creepy, psychotic
he was
devil-possessed guy.
he was like the demon.
Oh,
So the way Bob came about too was that Frank Silva, who was a set dresser, he accidentally was, because you know how it is on set, like people crouch into weird places and stuff. Like people are always just off camera, right? And especially props guys and set dressers for some reason. Like us and the sound guy are always like right outside the frame, either to like be a fake shelf that someone takes something off of or whatever. But so Bob was crouched down behind like the bed, but his reflection was caught in the mirror,
ugh.
and he had like a and Lynch saw it on the monitor, and he was like, let's do another take, but Frank, let's have you make an evil face.
Mm-mm.
And the character was born out of that. And then so he was like the evil spirit um that like haunted Twin Peaks and like inhabited different people to get them to do his bidding.
My son was just telling me how much he hates mirrors. He hates my bathroom because there's dual mirrors. So when you look down one, it looks like there's several.
Yeah,
So
he's
he's and
probably
he hates it. Hates it. He says that he could swear there's beings inside of it.
maybe he's like
I probably shouldn't have showed him Gremlins over the weekend too. Not the best idea, but whatever.
Maybe he his past life was like back in like the 1700s or something
Oh
when like
God.
mirrors were covered, like
Ah,
constantly covered and stuff like that because people were afraid of things coming out
dimensions.
of them. Yeah, yeah.
Yikes. Poor Eli. He's got his dad's imagination, and your imagination's your worst enemy when you're 10. So my number one villain of all time, Sir Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Reasons being, um, he doesn't start out as a villain. He literally starts out
Mhm.
as the most amazing protagonist ever. If you were to write for a textbook protagonist, is someone that you care about, that
Mhm.
has a goal that's very clear, and has obstacles the whole way. But in this case, the obstacles the whole way turn him into one of the biggest supervillains,
Yeah.
and it taps into something that we never saw
About
in Walter.
how anyone can become a monster.
Well, that too, but also it tapped into this kind of neuroses and abuse of society and what it did to him
Mm.
when he was a protagonist. This kind of like constant being reminded of failure, not being able to provide, sociology aspect of it.
Mhm.
It really brought out the worst in him, and it really reminds me of King Lear in a lot of
Mm.
ways too, where the protagonist becomes just a disgusting antagonist, and by the end of it, you're just like mortified that you ever felt with this character. And I
Yeah.
literally remember the episode when I was like, "Fuck this guy! I fucking hate you."
Oh, yes.
And it was when he let Jesse's girlfriend die in front of him.
Mhm.
Um, I like any,
I think we may have covered that on saddest TV moments,
yeah, yeah, we did. But
but we didn't cover it from the angle of how evil Walt was. So
how evil and it was so shocking because it reminds you of how easy it is to be a fucking piece of shit. It
yeah,
literally takes seconds to
yeah,
be a shit face.
and and inaction can
Yeah,
make you it not acting
not acting.
can
Yeah,
make you
inaction can make you a piece of shit.
an evil monster.
Oh God.
It's
If
like
you have not seen Breaking Bad, by all means, please.
oh,
It's something you have to watch in order.
it's one of those shows that doesn't disappoint when you get to the final episode.
Oh
It's
no.
actually the final episode is so satisfying.
Yeah, and then there's a follow up show that I recommend. Here's the sequence of this show. I sorry I veered off. I know I was yelling at you for veering off. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, El Camino, Better Call Saul. That's how you should watch that.
Mm.
Anyway, you're number one, and then we have to wrap up.
Oh, I did my number one.
Oh, you did?
Something
Oh,
happened where we traded places.
oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't
Oh
paying
no, it's
attention.
fine. Yeah,
Oh, so we got our number
we
fives
both did
out.
our fives. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, for those that were listening, if you want to look at a complete list of our number fives, we're going to place it on our TikTok. Adam is going to keep ghost hunting and hopefully not awakening the spirit of some really vengeful ghost and haunt us. But if the vengeful ghost is like an ex filmmaker or producer and wants to bless our next, not only our current feature that's in editing, but our next one that's in pre production, by all means, unearth that ghosts.
Please.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on our 10th episode. Adam, any final thoughts?
Um, honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Yeah, we could do some honorable mentions. I can think of three.
Simon Cowell from American Idol.
Um, yeah. Hillary from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Ooh.
She was
Uh,
nice.
um, Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Yeah. The Ogmonics from Alf.
Ooh.
Quasi villains, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Um, Sue Sylvester from Glee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was
Um,
the the coach, right?
yes, yes.
So mean spirited. I would have to say, Who else is kind of a quasi kind of not so nice villain? Oh, Don Draper for sure.
I don't know. Ask your sister. I don't have any.
So, so cute.
It's like, do you have some lipstick? I'm like, I don't have lipstick. Oh,
Oh,
I got one.
right on.
Pandora from Bewitched.
Pandora from Bewitched.
Samantha's mom. She
Oh,
was always trying to meddle with her and Darren.
well, now we have Avica Harkness from
Yes.
WandaVision,
Mhm.
who really
Yep.
fuck things up for them.
Yeah.
It was Avica all along. I love that.
Yes.
Oh man,
She's definitely an Endora type character.
WandaVision was so good. Anyway, from the TV Time Machine podcast, I'm Luis.
And I'm Adam.
We love
And
TV.
we love TV.
Thank you, and join us next time.
We'll see you then. Oh, we hear, yeah. Bye.
I'll text you.